www.ThePapare.com. We are coming to you live from Hello and welcome to www.thepapare.com. We are coming to you live from Zahira College grounds here in Maradana. Zahira College hosting Royal College in this under 18 schools encounter, Division 1 encounter, both schools from Colombo. We'll be looking to put up a good performance as we speak. The referees are ready in the middle and the two teams are going through their final prep.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
You're watching www.thepapare.com and welcome to Zahira College grounds here in Maradana. Zahira College hosting Royal College under 18 in the under 18 Division 1 Inter-School Championship. And joining with me in commentary is Roscoe. Welcome, Roscoe.
Yes, thank you, Sudarshan. Good evening to all our fans as we see the teams lining up. Few minutes away from the game now. Royal College taking on the host Zahira in this under 18 Division 1 schools encounter.
Columbus schools lining up as they are saying their greetings before the game. Zahira College in their traditional green and white, and Royal in their blue and gold.
Yes, so the starting 11 for Zahira College are Murshid, Himash, Hamad, Ahmad Atiq, M. Rashid, T. Farhan Jifri, M. Shaheen, M. Mushfir, H.R. Raza, M. Shakir, and M. Akhtar.
For the boys in blue and gold from Reed Avenue. For the Royal under 18, Ashraf Ali, Ataf Munas, Sakun, Divyanga, Shifaq Ahmad, M.R.M. Lokman, Hati Irfan, Amar Shishan, Sajid Irfan will be the starting 11.
So we see the Royal team in their final huddle before the game. The Zahirians are all set to go, and the ball has been placed in the center.
comparing the two teams, the legacy of two teams rather. Zahira, of course, has a bigger history when it comes to more brighter history, if I may say, when it comes to football, as against the Royalist. But it will be a big test for them. Let's see who will win the battle. Royal with possession. They will kick-start the game. There you go. Straight away, Royal College trying to go in on the attack, but good pressing from Zahira. Managed to put pressure, but lost the ball for a while. Zahirians very early in the game are looking to
It's a free kick avoided for Zahira. Initial signs that Zahira took the dominating side. Another foul committed there once again by Royal. 2 fouls already in this game. It's a very low free kick on that occasion. It's a bad slip there for the Royal player.
Royals will definitely find it a little challenging to get used to these grounds. Remember, there is a cricket pitch right in the middle of these grounds. So the Zahirians will know how exactly how to exploit that. Playing in their home turf. Zahira College play 3 major sports in the same grounds. They play cricket, football and also rugby. And during the last rugby season, we saw plenty of games happening here. It's always been a very good football ground. That the Zahirians have fought in great games, but Royal in Zahira's court doesn't manage to hold on to possession, avoiding giving away a free kick to the Zahirians. Now that's a big miscalculation by the Royalist defender, Amar, who couldn't control that kick. Would have hoped for a better clearance, get more distance on it, rather than still keep it in the own half.
It's a good opportunity there for Zahira, but not being able to pounce on it.
First chance of the game. Zahira already looking to threaten the Royal goalkeeper. Now a real chance that will definitely be a free kick. Sajid was the culprit.
It's a free kick in a very dangerous area now. 4 players around it.
Now Royal with a chance to counter attack. They made a hash of that free kick straight into the wall. Couldn't control the deflection as well. The Zahirians, they've been given 2 opportunities early in the game. Zahirian captain that time controlling the ball. Now Now it comes to the other corner. Royal need to get out of their own territory. On the turf, beautifully done there.
Yes, Zahira have dominated position in this game so far. They look like a very well settled side. So Rawl with the ball once again. It's a poor strike on that occasion.
Divyanga, the man in the middle for Royal, seems to be the center point of attack for Royal, but they haven't been good completing their passes though. They've been every. The throw in again, finding a Syrian defender. Divyang in the number 10 jersey behind the Zahira defender, who is much larger than him. Wasn't in the line of sight of the ball. Now Zahira trying to counter attack. Good clearance there by Ali. Managed to get ball away, but reasonable, decent crowd turning up for Royal, who've come to the Zahirian den.
It's indeed good to see these numbers for a game like this, the under 18 Division 1 schools game. Rawl with a good opportunity here. Found a man in the middle. Cleared away by the Zahira defender. A corner for Rawl, the first one in the game.
Unfortunate for Royal, Lockman couldn't control it. He ran to the proper space, but he couldn't control the ball, making way for Zahira to clear it out. Zahirians haven't been effective, although they've been camping in the Royal half most of the time this game. We haven't seen those clear chances being created in this game so far, Roscoe.
Yes, indeed, they've worked their way towards the penalty box, but they haven't been able to threaten the goal as yet. They had a good free kick opportunity, but so far they've dominated position, but not really created many chances. Zahira with the ball once again, and it's turned over.
Both teams still shaking off the shackles in this game. Now that's an opportunity. Wasn't cleanly collected by the goalie for Royal, Irfan. But luckily for Royal, there was no challenger who was close enough from Zahira.
On the part of the goalie.
How many times are we going to see this? The Royal is not managing to get their footing right on the pitch. Royal captain goes to the floor. Ashraf Ali in pain. But he's back up and running. Now Zahira, they've been brilliant picking their spots. They've had the players to supplement that as well as Royal go on a counter. Divyanjala. Couldn't keep control of the ball. Now Zahira. That's a very good run. And a good kick as well. That was a very, very good strike. The goalie did very well to keep it away from the goal, but he didn't manage to push it out. Roscoe came back to a very difficult area. Player down, seems like he's gotten a bash close to the crown jewels.
Yes, indeed, and also nice to see the Royal goalkeeper going up to him and checking on him, Irfan. And yes, M. Akhtar, that was, seems to be in pain still, but yeah, he's good to go and play. He's set to begin again. Royal haven't been able to keep the ball for too long. Zahira definitely with more position.
But credit to Royal, they've been good disruptors. Although Zahira has been dominating position, they haven't given them. Akhtar yet again bounces the ball back in, still with him. Royal skipper unable to clear that. Royal defense needs to be careful. They seem to be a little shaky at the back. The last thing they want is to consider a goal earlier on in this game. The pass completion rate for Zahira has been amazing, Roscoe. That's why they've managed to yet again take a look at that. A nutmeg on the pitch. Beautifully done by the Zahirian player. We're talking about pass completion. That's why they've managed to hold on to possession so well, the Zahirians.
Yes, indeed. Zahira have clearly dominated the first few minutes of this game, and interesting to see three times actually, players slipping on that turf in the middle. I think they need to watch out a bit. They're moving around that area. Zahira with the ball once again. Royal have hardly had any position. This is a good run by the number 8 player for Zahira. And has he won a penalty?
On the borderline, but that will warrant a yellow card, definitely. Borderline of a penalty. Royal will be considering themselves very, very, very lucky because remember, inches away they would have conceded a penalty. This will be Zahira's second free kick attempt. A referee marking the wall. That was really close, very, very close chance for Zahira College. Roscoe?
Yes, indeed, goal and opportunity, but the player not being able to get any part of his body on it. It's a poor strike by the goalkeeper for Royal College, and the ball is with Zahira once again. They're building up well.
They haven't been very well in the Zahirian half. Now Lockman still with a chance. Zahirian defender has to desperately kick it out. Good decision by him. Go for a restart. Lockman with the ball. Zahira. Now a chance of counter attack for them, and Royal concede another free kick.
It's a good long ball, and he's found the strike as well. The skipper. He has a shot on goal. Oh, that's another spill by the Royal goalkeeper, but manages to recover once again.
Needs to be very, very careful with the Zahirian captain Murshid around the corners, trying to pounce on anything that comes by. Zahira yet again with possession. They have good support and good placement by the other players, but Royal managed to aimless kick there. That time a missed opportunity yet again for the skipper Murshid. The weather's held, Roscoe. We've had so many of the Dialogue Champions League games that were washed away due to the rain. And for all of you football fans joining in, stay tuned to www.thepapare.com/football, as we will be able to bring you everything that you need to know about Dialogue Champions League, the premier tournament in the country, still in its opening weeks. But coming back to the game at hand, Zahira College, Akhtar couldn't make proper contact that time. This is the fifth time Zahira have threatened the Royal goal.
Yes, interesting choice to use the head there. I thought he had enough time to use his foot on that occasion, but didn't manage to get any power with his head. And another good chance for Zahira. And here we see them again building up nicely. That's good defense by the Royal defender. Sajid. So he's considered a corner for Zahira. It'll be their first corner, I think.
Just your right, first corner for Zahira College. Rashid, the man who's been entrusted with the duty. Good curve kick, brilliant place, but very, very unfortunate. Akhtar almost scored. Brilliant delivery by Rashid. But Akhtar couldn't put the finishing touches on that goal.
Yes, indeed, that was a very good corner. Almost perfectly executed. Royal have hardly had the ball in this game so far. And advantage being played by the referee. Zahira not being able to pounce on it. It's a good ball forward. It's a very Rough challenge, manages to get away with it.
The referee didn't see anything wrong in there. Zahira seems to be the more physical side. They are more physically enforcing as well. The Royalists have given away the little possession that they've had. Now that time not managing to control the ball. Letting Royal get out of jail easy. Now Zahira yet again with a chance. They have numbers in the half. Ever so dangerous, and that will definitely be a free kick. Rashid seems to be the man who will attempt at this free kick, who delivered a supple corner earlier on in this game, which was the best goal scoring opportunity either of the teams have created. Can he curve it in? Little lob, but a little overcooked.
Yes, indeed, a good attempt nevertheless by Rashid. He's the man who delivered that brilliant corner early on. Almost went in. It's been all about Zahira so far, but they will look to pounce on one of these opportunities to go ahead early in this game. Skipper Murshid with the ball. It's good play by Zahira once again. He's drawn a foul, and referee decides to play advantage, but I wonder if there was any advantage for Zahira. Looking for a quick free kick on that occasion was the Zairian player. The referee asks him to take it once again. And it's Rashid once again to deliver the ball for Zahira. Interesting to see if he would have a go at the goal from here. Let's try to bend it in once again. This time no spill from the Royal goalkeeper, Hati Irfan. He's drawn a foul in a very close area. That's Sakun Divyanga, Royal College. Got a very good opportunity here. So Royal with a good chance for the first time in this game. A free kick very close to the penalty box. He struck it too well. It's gone way over the post. Could have done better with that opportunity. That was Shishan who took the free kick for Royal. Big cry from the supporters. Interesting passage of play there. This is Divyanga for Royal. has a go at the goal, but struck it a bit too wide.
Joining with us in commentary is Mofaz Zubair, an old Zahirian who plied his trade here at the same grounds and represented Zahira football in 2002, I believe. Mofaz, welcome. And how does it feel like to come back to school to watch a game of football?
Yes, it's a great honor and a pleasure for me to be here in college grounds and to witness the game of our college. And it's once again it's a great pleasure to be with Papare. And really, I go back. My memories go back to 2000, early 2000, 2002, where we were playing our A division games here in Colombo, here in our grounds. Actually, it's our game. Basically, college has the history, rich history. It's about 125 years. And college football has a history of 100 years. It's a great, one of the oldest school to play football in this island. And Royal also has a history. So it's a tough game, I believe, today. I mean, Royal will never give up anything against Zahira.
Being very subtle there, but Zahirians have been dominating this game so far. They've created all the chances that we've seen. Few very close ones. Yet again, as we speak, Akhtarna has been end of some good finishing moves. Skipper couldn't connect to that ball. Now yet again a chance. And the Royal keeper does well to collect that. Murshid, something interesting. Since you've been a player who've played here, even while your playing time, did you have the cricket pitch in the middle of the grounds? Because we've seen about 3 to 4 Royal players just slipping on it, whereas the Zahirians seem to have absolutely no problem running on it.
Absolutely right, Sudarshana, because we had only one grounds, which is the ground, and we were playing football, cricket, everything in the same pitch, and we were sometimes two. I mean, we had the ground experience, we had the home ground benefit, but still we also sometimes fell in middle of the grounds. But anyway, we were playing. I mean, we have our practice sessions all here in this ground, so we used to this field and the conditions. So that is one of the advantage when you play at the home grounds.
Absolutely, and it was clear to see in this game as well. 0-0 is the score. Royal will be relieved. Zahira will be upset that they haven't been able to convert the chances that they've had so far in this game. They've dominated possession.
Yes, Sudarshan, after beating St. Peter's in the previous game, 4-2, so it's advantage for Zahira. So mentally they are up. Still, they couldn't finish it off the first 15 to 20 minutes so without a score. So it's a great achievement from Royal point of view. I'm sure the coach will have a quick word with the players very soon, Rumi. He doesn't want to miss chances in the 15 to 20 minutes of the game, early game.
Absolutely. Roscoe, I think what Zahira has been guilty of is trying to force things because they've been completing their pass as well, but it's just that composure during the finishes that they've been lacking.
Yes, indeed, they've created so many opportunities, but they've not been able to finish any of them as yet. And I'm sure there'll be a bit of frustration creeping in towards the Zahira camp. It's a long ball by the Zahira player on this occasion. Here's the skipper. It's a poor pass once again, and interesting choice to hit it out by the Royal player.
Yes, Roscoe. Yes, I can see. I mean, Royal is executing a defensive mode because the Zairian strikers were in the Royal half for last couple of minutes. I would say about last 10 minutes they were roaming around this Royal half. So it means they know that the Zairian strikers are much ahead of the Royal half and the defense line. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish it off. They could not complete their passes. So still, it's a frustration for Zahira Tagout, and especially the supporters are not happy. The scoreboard remains nil all. And again, it's a absolutely brilliant weather here in Colombo. We don't see much pleasant climate back in Doha. We right now we are experiencing 50 Celsius hot summer in Doha, but it's absolutely brilliant weather for this kind of game in Colombo.
And speaking about that, plenty of Zahirians from Doha will be joining with us now. So big shout out to them as well. One of your good mates who's down in Sri Lanka have joined with ThePapare.com to bring you this game. Weather has been absolutely perfect, and we hope that we don't jinx it. No rain, but quite gloomy, so easy on the players rather than the hot sun. The skipper, yet again, couldn't get enough contact that time. Murshid in the number 10 jersey. Royal has been pretty much defensive throughout the game. We haven't seen them going on the attack. Like you mentioned, after the last result of Zahira getting 4 goals, they would have been mindful. Now Royal, can they make something of this? The problem for them has been not finding and completing the passes, not holding on possession enough to trouble the Zahira defense and to make them think twice. Now Akhtar has been very, very threatening in this corner of the field. Royal doing well to deal with that. Divanga now in pursuit.
Yes, Sudarshana. I mean, we are reaching the first 30 minutes of this game, and still the score remains nil all. It's a great achievement, I would say, Royal point of view, because they could hold on the Zairian strikers. Rightly you said, the Royal is executing a defensive mode. On the other hand, Zahira is missing a lot of chances. Even the skipper had a good opportunity within the box, couldn't finish it off. Again, Ahmed. It's a good crossing. Can he finish it off? No. Once again, Murshid couldn't finish it off. That brilliant pass by the Akhtar from the left corner. That's what the coach will be looking at the break, because they had a couple of golden opportunities where they could not finish it off and keep the scoreboard moving. He had no choice to clear the ball. It's a safe. Again, Ahmad Atiq. It's a poor pass. No harm done. The referee says it's foul. Yes, quickly taken. Once again, the ball was out of his control. Safely landed on Royals. It's a brilliant work again. From the skipper. It's out ball. Yes, Roscoe, we can see, any prediction that the scoreboard will be in favor of Royal at the end of the game?
From the initial look of it, I think Zahira looked the far superior side. They've completed so many passes, as Sudarshana pointed out earlier. And I think they'll be disappointed not to be leading. They've created at least 5 good chances so far.
Akhtar on the left corner has been the standout man for Zahira so far in this game. He's gotten himself into very good spaces and has made a menace of himself for the Royal defense. Whereas on the other hand, the Zahirian skipper Murshid will be kicking himself because he had about 2-3 golden opportunities to put his team in front. But nevertheless, I do agree with you, Roscoe. Zahirians have been the most superior side so far this game. We haven't seen anything from Royal in attacking aspect. Another good chance. Fell right in the basket for about 4 players from Zahira. But unfortunately didn't manage to finish that one. They are given a second chance. To go at it. Zahira. Can they go into half time with a 1-0 lead at least, because they deserve that? A low cross. Cleared back to the touch, and it'll be another corner. This time, Rashid is given the duty. Rashid delivered a peach of a kick earlier on from the same corner. Yet again, a very good position. And that will be the first goal. Rashid strikes, brilliant work. And the goal scorer is Mushfir in the number 9 jersey. Mushfir would have finished it, but take about Rashid, brilliant delivery.
Sudarshan, it was a brilliant corner kick and well headed by the Mushfir. So he knew that the Rashid kick will be in his position, and somehow the Royal defense line couldn't clear that ball. So that's mean the Zahira will go 1-0 in favor of the Royal in this game. As you said, Sudarshan, Rashid was brilliant from his left foot. He was delivering few brilliant passes earlier in this game as well. I was watching, so it was quite interesting to see the corner kick was taken by him.
So Zahira finally getting on the scoreboard. Through a brilliant corner once again taken by Rashid. He's been the man of this game so far for Zahira. Also seems like Divyanga is the playmaker for Royal. I think the Royalists need to get the ball to him. He's almost been stranded on quite a few occasions in the front.
Small-made lad Divyanga is facing stiff challenge from the Zahirian defenders, but here they come, Zahira yet again, trying to create a chance. Skipper, beg your pardon, that's not the skipper. There is a red band on the Zahirian jersey, and could. Murshid is the skipper, the one man in the number 10 jersey for Zahira. Now Divyanga trying to take control of that ball. Didn't find the man, but Zahira managing to turn that over. Trying to go through the middle. Manages to dribble it well. Charging, driving through the middle, but a little over the goal. Could have been the second goal for the Zahirians. But they will be very much, that was Mushfir, the goal scorer. He's gotten some confidence in him. And Zahirians will be very much relieved that they're going into half-time with a goal. We can't say whether it'll be 1-0 still because few minutes to play, anything can happen in this game of football. They will be very much relieved, isn't it?
Yes, Sudarshana, at least they have a score, on the board, which they were frustrating for last 10 to 15 minutes with couple of good passes, which they couldn't finish it off for Zahira. And still the coach and the assistant is not happy with the performance of the boys, which we could see clearly. They were expecting at least 2 to 3 goals lead in this first half. But Royal managed to keep Zahira on hold for nearly 30 minutes. So still Royal also had a couple of good opportunities which they couldn't finish it off. So that's the whistle for half time of this game, and score remains 1-0 in favor of Zahira. And you're watching the match between Zahira and Royal of this schools under 19 and 18 championship.
So there you go, Lemons. Zahira College going into half-time, 1-0. Coming through Mushfir, who managed to score the goal in and around the last 5 minutes of the first half. And will be half-time, and we will be back in 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere, as the second half of this Under-18 Division 1 Championship is taking place here at Zahira College. And when we come back, we will bring you interesting action from the second half.
The Breakdown end-to-end Sri Lankan Rugby.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The Hero Cup second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
The Recap, your daily sports update. Wherever you are, tune into ThePapare.com at 6:30 p.m. on the dot and be updated on what happened around you.
What's happening here? The transfer.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The Hero Cup second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
The Recap, your daily sports update. Wherever you are, tune into ThePapare.com at 6:30 p.m. on the dot and be updated on what happened around you.
What's happening here? The chance for
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
Hello and welcome back to Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. We are live here at the Zahira College grounds for this second half of the Under-18 Division 1 Schools Football Championship match between Zahira College and Royal College. Zahira leading 1-0, courtesy of a headed goal from Mohammad Mushfir. Mushfir already having 3 goals in this tournament. He scored twice in their first match against St. Peter's College with Mohammad Akhtar and Hassan Raza getting on the score sheet for the Maradana lads. Royal College, of course, playing in their first match of the tournament. Zahira defeated St. Peter's College 4-1 last week. And it took a long while for the hosts to breach this resolute defense of Royal College. Took up until the 37th minute after missing quite a few chances. But must credit the Royal defense for resolute performance in their opening game against the much superior Zahira College lads. It will be an interesting 40 minutes in this second half, with Zahira looking to bury this game and Royal looking to continue their resolute defense which they had in the first half, and will look to equalize early on. I'm joined in the commentary box by Sudarshana. Sudarshana, what do you think of the second half proceedings for Royal College?
Thank you, Navud, and welcome to you to the second half. And yes, talking about the second half, Royal College, it's absolutely necessary for them to get on the scoreboard as soon as they can. And like Navud mentioned, the defense needs to be on point, because any tiny opportunity, Zahira will pounce on it as the Zahirians restart the game. Seems like there has been a few substitutions for Zahira. Zahirians straight away getting into the Royal half, sending the ball to the corner. Now the skipper Murshid trying to create something, finds support in Raza. Divyanga can't hold on to the ball and gives it away cheaply to Raza. Now skipper Murshid. And the flag is up by the linesman. That'll be offside, so Royal College will be breathing a big sigh of relief. They didn't want that move to continue for too long.
Yes, from the whistle onwards, Zahira is on the move. So they have got a little bit of advice from the coach to keep the game on for Zahira and to score much as possible. Again, they had golden opportunities in the first half, so they should forget about those, and they should continue to focus on the second half. Still 1-0 on the board. Again, Mushfir. Beg your pardon, it's Rashid, the captain. Murshid is the captain. And Divyanga. Rightly said, Sudarshana. I mean, Royal defense was quite good in the first half, and they could keep the Zahira strikers on hold. But still, they should continue the second half as well.
Absolutely, Divyanga that time blocked. Whoa, that was the closest Royal has gotten. Almost through that one. Very good attempt by the number 7 for Royal. Shishan rather. And Divyanga, the man who seems to be the playmaker for Royal, now has moved into a more central position. He was right in front, waiting for the ball where he was stranded. Now Shishan trying to create something. Good ball coming in for Divyanga, but the flag goes off. Good approach to the second half by Royal. They are trying to make a match of this. They're not far away. Need one goal to equalize and make everything square. Now Divyanga with another opportunity. Trying to beat the first man, not successful. Royalists are showing very good urgency in this second half, unlike in the first half, where they were in a slump and Zahira did all the work. Akhtar couldn't control that header, and yet again we see a Royalist player sliding through that pitch. Now play in the Zahira court. Royal doing well to play away from their half. They were guilty of doing that in the first half. Now chance for Zahira. Good cut kick. Akhtar now, and that will be the second goal. Brilliantly done It was Himash who assisted from the corner. And Akhtar to do the finishing touches. Brilliantly done by Akhtar. He missed out on a header earlier on in the first half, but in the second half, he puts his team 2 points clear from the opposition. Royal East have a lot of work to do now.
Yes, it's a brilliant corner. I mean, far right corner kick from the Akhtar Imash, and it's a brilliant piece of work from both header. And that instant, the goalkeeper was a bit forward. I mean, front of the goal kick, I believe. So that was an error from the Royal goalkeeper. Should have been a save for him. And with the goals scores remains as 2-0 in favor of Zahira of this game.
First corner of the second half, going Zahira way, and Rashid is the man sprinting to the corner to take this kick. Left-footed Rashid has delivered 2 peaches of kicks. One converted into a goal. Can he do it the third time? Yet again in a brilliant position, and that will be another goal. Zahira College is creating havoc here. The goal scorer that time was Himash, the one who assisted the earlier time, putting in the finishing touches. But take about Rashid. How about that?
That was his second assistance for goal. The first goal was also from his assistance, and it's the second goal. It's a brilliant day for him, Sudarshana. So from both right and left, both, and it's a penalty, yes. It's a penalty, says referee. And it's again a warning for him as well. Yes, it's a yellow card for the Royal defender. It's a poor challenge by the Royal defense. So the results goes for the Zahira with a penalty. So just a matter of 10 minutes time, there were 2 goals, and could be as the third goal of this half for Sudarshana.
Absolutely. Murshid now the skipper with a chance to get Zahira's 4th goal. Their 8th goal in this competition already. And their second game is still not done, mind you. The crowd getting behind the Zahirian skipper, no problem. The goalie barely moved for Royal College, and 4-0. Zahira College looking to post a big one here.
It was a goal drought first half, and now it's the goals are raining in the second half in favor of Zahira. So the score, it's 4-0 in the second half of this game. So another 20 to 25 minutes to move away from this game. Let's see, can Zahira make a few more occasions? Divyanga. Rightly said, Divyang is the only player who can make something for Royal in the front line. So they should give hands to him to make a few movements. Because I would say that the Zahira defend also not much in rhythm. So they can make movements through these gaps as well. So I think only Divyanga is playing in the striker position, and there was no support. Once again, after a few goals in the second half, Royal wants to keep the running streak of these Zahira strikers. So well cleared, and it's a corner for Zahira. Yes, Roscoe?
Yes, you asked me for a prediction early on in the game, and at that point it was 0-0, but everything has changed since then. It's 4-0 to Zahira now. Royal actually started off the second half pretty well. They had a bit of positions initially in the second half, but all of a sudden, within the space of 5 minutes, I think Zahira scored thrice. And I think the Royal hopes have gone down with that. Yes, Zahira once again with the ball.
You did mention about the Zairian defense, maybe not in rhythm totally, but when the forwards are scoring like this, you can lapse the defense a little for taking it a little easy. We saw the Zahirian goalkeeper. We can see the Zahirian goalkeeper. He's almost out of the box, just taking a stroll. Zahira yet again with a chance. Still with possession, but kicks it away. Zahirians have been absolutely brilliant attacking in this second half. First half, yes, I think at the half time they would have gotten a fair hearing from the coaches, reminding them they can do more. And boy, haven't they answered. 3 goals within the span of the opening 10 minutes. And plenty potential for more. Now Akhtar in the corner. Manages to keep it alive. Look at the number of Zahirian shirts inside the box. Royal in trouble. They don't manage to clear it. Zahira now toying with the Royal defense. Murshid, the skipper now. Raza. Good dribble by Raza. Can he finish it? That would have been a piece of a goal if he could have finished it a little too left from the post. But what a dribble that was. Brilliantly done by Raza.
Yes, Sudarshan, it's a brilliant stuff by Raza. So it should have been a goal to give the credit for that brilliant dribbling. And that's what the Zahira has to focus because they had a lot of good passes, unable to finish it off. So the value of that passes have gone. So they should focus and to clear it off and finish it off the game with a style. Still, Royal has the potential to keep Zahira on hold and they could make a difference in the game. As I said earlier, only Divyanga is the player who could barely cross this defense line of Zahira. And Zahira is playing a 4-2-4 formation and the Royal is almost 5-3-2 formation, I believe. It shows they want to keep the Zahira strikers away from their goal. Once again, Mushfir. Beg your pardon, it's not Mushfir. A little bit of hesitance over there. Referee wants to stop the game. And Royal player is on the grounds and suffering kind of a pain.
Zahirians have taken hold of this game by its collar in the second half, scoring 3 goals. As Royal, they don't have an answer for Zahira's charges. Mind you, M. Shakir, the Zahirian goalkeeper, hasn't had much to do today. We didn't even have a single shot at goal in this corner of the fields, Roscoe.
Yes, indeed. I think he's having a lot of free time. Hardly troubled during this game, I would think. Just a couple of chances in the first half maybe, but that's been it. It's another shot on goal, this time better wide of the goal. So we are well into the second half, and Zahira leading 4 goals to 0 in this under 18 Division 1 schools encounter.
Just to give the insight of Zahira College football history, it has a rich history of game of football, and it was coached by many old boys, and currently the coach is also an old boy of Zahira, and previously the veteran coach T.F. Samet was coaching the team for 2 decades, and now it's the duty of Rumi to take on the team for Greater Highest, and he has been assisted by Mohammad Imran, one of the national players and star of Saunders Sports Club. A lot of efforts being put by the sports committee to bring up the college football and keep up the game through the boys from the childhood, I would say from under 11, 13, 15. Once again, it's a brilliant pass. Can he finish it off? It's a corner for Zahira. Yes, Sudar.
Zahira College have been brilliantly working through their passes. Their pass completion has been very, very good this game. And for that, they've been gifted with another corner. Rashid, my player of the game so far this game, takes another attempt at the corner. He's been 3 out of 3 so far. How will the 4th attempt go? He's delivered it every time. Taking his own sweet time, no reason why not. Yet again, good kick, a little too overcooked that time. Commentator's curse maybe. As we speak, the Royal body language now clearly frustrated, disappointed. The shoulders have dipped. And how has Royals run up been in the recent years when it comes to football? Have they been as successful as they used to be?
Yes, Royal was in the game of football since late 90s, and they were playing Division 3, Division 2, and early 2000, I would say they promoted to Division 1, and they were performing. And they had a couple of good players who represented the college national team, I mean the under youth national team. One would be the Rifaz Ahmed, who toured Thailand as well as Malaysia with 2002 teams. And they had a couple of other players also playing for clubs as well. But they were not success as the rugby and the cricket concerned, and they didn't have much the resources, I would say, for the game of football. But still, I would, pretty much happy with the performance, and they are playing in the A division, under 18 A division.
It's quite ironic when you see it's the other way around when it comes to Zahira College. They've excelled in the game of football, but mind you, Zahira is also one of the oldest schools to play the game of rugby in the country. You'll have definitely had a dip in that sport, but in the past few years, there has been uprising again. Especially the last season, they were up there. They performed really well in the first round, although they slacked off when it came to the second round. And can't blame the players. It was the first time they were experiencing. And as we speak, the 5th goal comes. Yet again, a conversion of a very good cross kick. Murshid is, the skipper Murshid is the one who put through the cross kick. Let's see who the goal scorer was. And seems like Mushwir has gotten his 2nd of the game. And has 4 goals in total in this competition already, having scored 2 goals against St. Peter's in the first game. Now the Zahirians enjoying themselves. And as for me, being a Liverpool supporter, this is not a very good feeling. We recently got bashed 5-0 by Manchester City in a similar fashion game. At least that time they were 1 man down, 10 men to 11. But Zahira's makes it look like they're playing with 1 extra man with the accurate passing. And 5 goals to 0, you'll be a happy man.
Absolutely. It's a pleasing moment for me to commentate from here, because we have had a goal drought first half, and I was having a dull moment. But it's nice to see that Zahira is scoring, and once again it's a good opportunity for them. Yes, that's the 6th goal. It's offside. Referee says beg your pardon, it's a handball, and the free kick was taken quickly by the Royal defender. Once again, the kick was not on to the mark. As we speak about the rugby of Zahira, yes, we were one of the 4 schools to play rugby in the island, and we had glorious moments and glorious years, especially in 1998, where we beat Thurston and we won the Milo Championship and the President's Trophy. But thereafter we had downs, and once again it's pleasing to see that Zahira is coming up in rugby, where we have the great support from around the globe, as well as the sponsors, and especially the coaching staff, especially the Shamli Nawaz, one of my favorite players during the school arena.
Absolutely, Zahira did have a very proud history in rugby. They were the first to beat Trinity College ever. And here they are, routing Trinity's arch rivals in a game of football. 5 goals to 0. Very well could have been 6 a short while ago. And they are not too far away. Raza skies that one. Now getting a little too ambitious. Wanting to net everything that's in the area. Can't blame them. They've gotten 5 goals already in this game. And the Royals just want this to end as soon as they can. Zahirians, 9 goals so far in this competition. 2 games, 9 goals. The coach must be quite happy. And what he'll be worried about is his defenses being tested. That's what he needs to worry about, because his defense hasn't been tested with a proper opposition.
Rightly said, Sudarshan. So in the previous game also, the defense line wasn't tested much, including the goalkeeper. In these games, even in this game, hardly the young Divyanga was coming to the territory of defense line, but unable to clear it off. So they will have a hard time in the coming games. Once again, it's a good opportunity. It kissed the bar and reflected the ball to the field again. Unable to get the rebound ball. Yes, Sudarshan, talking about the defense line of Zahira, they have to improve, because I could say that if they had Royal had 1 or 2 players like Divyanga, easily they could beat the Zahira defense. So they were dominating the game from the strikers who scored the goals. So that will be a worry for Zahira in coming games, I would say. Sudarshan.
What's working for them is working in the favor of Zahirians is the fact that they have an experienced campaigner in Rashid, who seems to have a very cool head on him, anchoring in that defense line. So he will have a bigger role to play as the tournament goes by. It's pretty nice to see the Royalists finally managing to make their way, which seems to be after ages, but they give away the possession cheaply. Now Zahira yet again on the march. Good front foot ball, but little too fast for the man, the skipper, Murshid, who's scoring, who was in pursuit of the ball rather. There's a substitution that's coming in. And talking about the changes that has happened around this school, one big change is with the skyline. On the side, there is a huge tower that's come up. It's not the same as you went to school, isn't it?
Yes, Sudarshan, we didn't have much infrastructure those days. Even we didn't have the swimming pool complex, and we didn't have the skyscraper. So it's amazing, and it's amazing development the school infrastructure is concerned. Not only that, academically as well as sports. So it's once again Zahira is regaining the glorious moments or glorious days, I would say. We were one of the best schools in the island in terms of academic, sports. So we had some downfall, but luckily the all boys, the school management and well-wishers, they are giving their hands to bring the college back where it was, especially the football. They want to keep the momentum. We were hardly playing for Division 2. I would say we have never played for Division 2, Sudarshana. So we have been in the Division 1 for almost 3 decades. So it's one of the great achievements Zahira sports is concerned. What I would like to add one more point to the sports is Zahira what had made to the Sri Lankan community. They produce many Sri Lankan players, especially in football, even in rugby. Once again, Royal strikers couldn't clear the Zahira defense line. And again, Divyanga is moved back to the half line, and where you want to control the game from there, I believe. Zahira is having a clear pass game over there. They want to send the ball back to the right extreme and get the assistance from the half and to create opportunity. Yes, that's what they are doing. It's brilliant stuff once again from Zahira. They are showing their class in the game. Yes, Sudarshan, the coming matches would be tough in terms of the games, especially the Amidia and Benz. So especially Josephs have a good team in the first 11. So I beg your pardon, the under 18 as well as under 16. So they will dominate this year as well, Sudarshan.
But from the attacking power, Zahira has shown, they've proved that they have the mettle to get to the back of the net. It's the defense that if they can get the defense in and in order, but now Royal had a chance, couldn't control the ball, presenting Zahira with a chance to clear. Coming back to the tournament, yes, the Josephians are set to be having a good side. And also Alhamdia College, who have been big players in the recent years. Divyanga tries to create something, must be frustrated, now across to the middle. But very well marked off by the Zahirian defense. What's encouraging though for Zahira is that although they are 5 goals to nil clear. They're still holding their formations, not trying to do things fancy. They're sticking to their basics, so that's a good discipline to see in a team.
Yes, the coach himself is a very disciplined guy, so he don't want anything to mess up in the field, especially when they are up 5 goals to nil. They want to keep their basics right and to focus on their game. I have been trained under Rumi for a couple of years, so it's nothing we take for granted. It's the game we talk about. You focus on the game and finish it off in a grand style.
Now Zahira's full focus will be to keep a clean sheet because they've gotten this in the bag. Safe to say that they've gotten this in the bag. Their focus will be to keep a clean sheet. Remember, although they did win against St. Peter's, they conceded 2 goals, which is why the harping on the defensive flaw, although they haven't been challenged in this game. Royalists, on the other hand, haven't had the ball. Forget about scoring. You need to have possession of the ball in order to score. Royal have been guilty of giving away the little possession they have cheaply. There you go, yet again. Zahira will be very happy to take their own sweet time, and why not? 5 goals to nil. Can they create something here, Zahira? They have an open field in front of them. Very good ball into space. Murshid now controlling it. And the Royals will want this to end as soon as possible.
It's about 20 minutes to go in this game now. Zahira with the ball once again. And a foul drawn by the Royal player. Also interesting to see Royal using Divyang in the middle now, trailing by 5. I don't think they have much to lose from here on. It's good play by Zahira once again. Yes, Nasruddin on that occasion. Good passage of play for Zahira, but not being able to get the ball to the middle. It's a goal kick for Royal.
Rashid is the man for this game. Sudarshan for me. Brilliant passes made the difference. The first goal itself gave the boost for Zahira. And Royal was hardly entered the territory of Zahira, especially in the second half. Even the Divyanga wasn't supported by their teammates. He was alone. The interesting thing is to see Sudarshan, the Sri Lankan school football, not as before, because the northern province, we have got a couple of good schools, St. Mary's, St. Patrick's. So it's a good thing the Sri Lankan football is concerned. We have been, we have not got their support for the last 3 decades, but it's good to see that now we have their contribution to the Sri Lankan football.
Absolutely, because especially when it comes to players and supporters coming from the north, there is so much of passion when it comes to football, and we've seen some very, very good players coming from the north, and we didn't have that luxury for the past 3 decades, but now we do, and we sincerely do hope that the administration of Sri Lanka football will protect these players and nurture them to be brilliant players for Sri Lanka in the future, with the game of football booming around the country. And mind you, football has taken a backseat when it comes to the country's perspective. It's cricket definitely, and it there's no argument there that it is the leading sport. But rugby maybe have taken over football when it comes to popularity uh, of the game, whereas in the 80s and the 70s it was definitely football all around. And we hope that it will be ushered back, and Sri Lanka, for starters, can get victories in the South Asian region.
I can remember Sri Lanka was sending their national players to Maldives for contract to play in their clubs. And it's unfortunate to see, and we are very much disappointed to see how our performances in the South Asian region, especially the clubs level, we have to have a good standard where we can bring the country football back. Those days, Ratnam Sports Club, Saunders, renowned, and even the forces were up to the standard of all other clubs, Sudarshan. Once again, it's a brilliant stuff, and well taken by the Royal goalkeeper. He had a quite busy day.
One of the few that stuck for the Royal goalkeeper. He'll be happy. He got something. He'll have something to say. If not for me, it would have been 8-3, 8-0, he would say. Now Royal, trying to salvage some pride, is cleared away by the Zahirians. Divyanga not managing to control it. Raza looking for support. Got to the ball, but didn't manage to control it. Now Rashid. Too much on that ball by Rashid that time. But you can excuse him for all the good work he's done so far in this game.
It's quite amazing to see a defender goes always to a corner kick from here, the right, left corner. It shouldn't be the game because he has to do a lot of things in the defense line. Just supporting the front line with a corner kick, yes, it would do, but more than that, the half or the striker should do that for the game. I mean, team. One or two occasions, it's fine, but I would say Rashid is the man who goes each and every ball on the left corner. Again, for the Royal. Can he make it? No. Still the score. We have got another 3 minutes in this game, and the score remains 5-0 in favor of Zahira. And so they are happy. The previous game was ended with 4-2, so this game it's 5 goals so far. Can they make it more? I don't think the coach wouldn't have much in his planning to especially the Royal also want to finish this game as quickly as possible. Once again, Mushfir failed to clear the ball, and in the second attempt he was able to do that. Still the same formation for Zahira, 4-2-4. And Royal no way reaching the strikers. And I would say it's a brilliant weather here in Colombo. I would love to watch a couple of other games, but unfortunately I have to go back very soon. Sudarshan.
We see how desperate you are to enjoy this weather, unlike in the deserts of Qatar. But it was an absolute pleasure to have you in the com box, and even more so because Zahira is on a winning note. You wouldn't be a happy man if you had to do commentary while they were losing. Royal now trying to counter, but that sums up the game basically. Showing a little bit of promise, but they have. I don't remember a time that they completed 3 passes on the trot successfully, Roscoe.
Yes, indeed, that has been the story of the game for Royal. They haven't been able to complete passes, and Zahira have been dominating right throughout this match. And that is the final whistle. 5-0. What a game for Zahira as their crowd cheers them on.
That's it for Zahira, and they are much happy in this game because they cleared Royal 5-0. And in their second game of this tournament, or the season rather, and much of work was done by Mushfir and Rashid and Murshid, and more importantly Raza. So the goal was scored by Mushfir, Rashid and Murshid, and we have Nawad here.
Happy scenes here at the Zahira College grounds for the hosts, winning this match quite comfortably. 5-0 it ends. It wasn't so at the end of the first half. A scrappy first half, which led to a solitary goal very late in the first half through Mohammad Mushfir. It took them a long while to get that goal. A stubborn defense coming from the Reed Avenue boys. But the start of the second half, it was a goal fest where we had 3 goals inside 3 minutes. Again, 2 headers and 1 penalty, making it 4-0, and a little while later, making it 5-0. Mushfir again scoring twice for Zahira College, and others contributing. Mushfir having already 4 goals in this tournament. 2 against St. Peter's College in a match where, again, Zahira won at home 4-1. And here again, Mushfir scoring twice. They've been good with their headers, scoring 4 out of the 8 goals they scored in the 2 matches against St. Peter's and here again at Royal College. Positives here for Zahira College, but a lot to ponder about for the Reed Avenue boys. Royal College playing in their first match in this Under-18 Division 1 Schools Football Championship. That's it from the crew here from the Zahira College grounds for Sudarshana and Roscoe Tatil and Mafa Zubair. This is me, Nawad Vijay Vikrama, for the ThePapare.com, sharing the passion.